All right, so here we go. Now
Here
we're
it
going to
is.
open it.
Da, 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 da.
Well, guys, now is the time. It is the elephant in the room. It is the Xbox Series X, and we are going to unbox it. We are so stoked for this. But I think before we unbox it, you need to hear the story of how I procured
Yes.
this Xbox Series
Yes,
X.
I would love to hear this because I have not heard this story yet.
So I think a lot of, I think overall, any console launch, it's kind of a big foobar. You don't, it kind of crap hits the fan. No one really knows where it's going to land. Can you get a console day one? So there were a bunch of pre-orders that happened. I was not going to buy an Xbox Series X in the beginning. That was before my wife gave me permission. Thanks, wifey. Really do appreciate it. But I had a lot of friends who pre-ordered through Amazon and Best Buy and Walmart. Okay, that was some of the big three. And then, of course, Microsoft has their pre-orders. But I guess what happened in the weeks that went forward right before launch day is that a lot of these retailers sending out these reserved orders had to push back days. They had to push back the ship date. And I saw some people getting quoted from Amazon a ship date of December 20th.
Oh.
And some people getting pushed back for November 24th. And it was really bad. So I knew very quickly that a lot of these people weren't going to get their Xbox Series X day one. But nevertheless, I had a friend who was going to buy 3 of them. He's a software developer. He has,
Nice.
a 120 hertz TV. He's got 2 in his house. He was going to buy 3, mainly for redundancy. He was going to make sure he got a pre-order. But what ended up happening was that all 3 of those pre-orders, Best Buy, Microsoft, and Amazon, ended up getting pushed back for him.
Oh,
and he gave me one of his pre-orders. He gave me his Amazon pre-order, but it was slated for November 24th, as I was saying. And right now, where he stands right now, shipping-wise, and for a lot of people the same way, they're getting their Xboxes either tomorrow or within the week. So not even a day one.
Yeah.
But what happened was that, long story short, I'm like, if I'm going to get an Xbox Series X, I'm going to have to go and buy one when they hit store shelves. And so I called up my local GameStop and I'm like, hey, GameStop, are you getting Xbox Series X's in stock? And the woman on the phone was like, yeah, your chances are pretty slim unless you're going to camp out at 8 p.m. tonight in a tent and wait for the stores to open. You're probably not going to get an Xbox Series X. And I'm like, well, thanks for your honesty. I'm not going to camp out. I'm not a big Midnight Madness guy. Although, Brando, you have some history with
I
Halo
do.
launches in your past.
Love it.
Anyway, so So I ended up calling Wally World. I would have thought Wally World. What are they going to do?
Good old Walmart.
And I called the electronics department, and the guy said, yeah, so we're doing a thing that's exclusive to Walmart. We're going to offer online orders at 12 o'clock p.m. on November 10th, and you have to order them online and ask for your pickup at your store. And so if you can get there on time and pick up at store, we'll have a certain amount of Xboxes in stock.
Wow.
And so I was like, well, that's great, but I have to wait till today at 12 p.m. And so while I was waiting, I waited up until 1 o'clock in the morning for Target's pre-orders to roll out. And I was so close to getting one from Target, but they didn't happen. And so I'm like, my last hope is Walmart. So Walmart today at 12 o'clock, I was sitting there and they actually gave us a countdown timer on the Walmart page of when the Xbox Series X consoles were going to be dropping onto their website. And I was just spamming refresh those last 10 seconds. Am I going to get one? Making sure all my payment data is up to date, making sure I'm signed into my account, make sure I've got my quick fill-ins ready from my Apple computer. And I was like, I can do this. I can totally do this, but it's going to be a total gamble. So what happened was that it hit 0, I hit refresh, and I went through the payment page, and within 10 seconds, I was checked out, and I placed an order for an Xbox. I was
goodness.
on that sucker. And so I ended up I've got the order confirmed. I've got the money out of my checking account. Am I going to be able to get this Xbox? And so I'm waiting a good hour for Walmart to confirm the order.
Yeah.
And they finally confirmed it. And I had to wait another half hour or so for it to be picked up. And so I remember I went to Walmart today at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1:30, and I went to go pick up my Xbox, and I waited in line at the pickup kiosk, and they said, oh, we have your Xbox in the back. we want to keep it secure for you because people are coming in asking to buy these Xboxes and it's online pickup only.
Oh, wow.
And so they took me to their back of house and where they have all these pre-orders. And the woman goes inside and pulls out my Xbox. And she's like, would you like this in the original box so it's kind of concealed? I'm like, yes, please. And I asked her before I left how many they had in stock. 10 Xbox Series X's in stock.
Oh, my
I was
gosh.
one of those 10. And here it is, right here, boys and
Unbelievable.
girls.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
wild story. So I'm $550 out, but the experience will last forever. Brand, are you ready to open this?
I am so ready because it's going to be another month before I can do this to my own.
So let's talk about the box a little bit here. So
Yes.
obviously you see the front of the Xbox Series X. You see on the side here you have the hardware specs, and I'll show you both sides here so you guys can get an idea of what you can see. It kind of gives over the stats, and we have the Xbox logo. I had a friend tell me on Instagram that this logo looked like a Connect 4 icon. And he said, shouldn't you be connecting 4 with this? I'm like, you know what? That's a good joke.
It's a good joke there,
But
buddy.
on the back we have the Master Chief.
Yes.
Rip Master Chief.
Which is so sad that we're not going to get to play Halo Infinite once you open this. But you know what? It's okay. You can still play Master Chief Collection on Game Pass.
And it does harken back to a little bit of nostalgia for me
Yes.
because a lot of the Xboxes that was a big.
They did.
Halo was the big thing for Xbox.
That was the thing. It launched with the original Xbox.
And it's really sad that we didn't get it, but that's okay because we're too excited to even worry about it right now. First thoughts though, Brandon. Extremely heavy.
It was so heavy when I picked it up.
It's about 20 pounds or so.
Yeah, I did not expect that. I mean, I know it's a powerhouse of a machine, and it's very tightly, all the components inside of it. If you see those videos of them opening up, there are all the components inside of that thing. So I get why it's heavy, but I was not expecting that.
And what we're expecting here is just the Xbox, the cables, and the controller.
That's right.
So without further ado, let's unbox it, Brando.
All you, man.
All right. Well, we got little tabbies here. Ugh.
Got one on that side.
There's a lot of little tabs here.
Got to put the microphone for that ASMR kind of sticker
I'm not
thing.
doing that. I am thankful though it's not ruining the finish of the box. I'm kind of a snob for boxes.
Hey, I got my boxes all up in a closet somewhere for all of my gear. So.
We've got the box.
Look at you, professional.
So efficient. I'm so glad I didn't have to get my box cutter for this. Let's see. We got some on the back.
I think, does it open up this way?
It might, but I think there's some.
Oh,
on the
there's
bottom
more down
here.
there.
So we got some on the bottom
Tape
here.
everywhere. I feel like it's a very, I know this is Microsoft product. I feel like it's a very Apple thing with the tape that has the arrow, and it's all.
They want to let you know which
well
side you
thought.
have to pull. You know.
Well, it's also just like so planned out where it's not like, let's just throw a bunch of tape on here and go. This is like, hey, we care about this product, and we want every part of this to be an amazing experience.
All right.
So
So
do we flip it on its back and then it opens up like this?
it looks like it. It looks
I feel like
it does.
this, yeah.
I think I have to put it on its side.
There you go. And then
All right. So here we go. Now
Here
we're
it
gonna
is.
open it.
da 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 da. I feel like that's the mixing consoles there. This is amazing.
Oh my
there it is.
word! Holy crap!
Power your dreams.
Oh my word! What is? Oh my goodness!
This packaging is legit.
That looks insanely good. Like it's got. Look, feel that foam composite. That is a solid piece of foam.
That sure is.
Guys,
Yeah.
do foam like Microsoft does foam. I mean, geez. All right, and we've got
Seriously.
the Xbox.
Can you lift it like that? I mean, is it?
It is insanely heavy, but you can move that box. Let's look at this box a little bit, Brandon.
Oh, we got to dig in here. Let's see. Okay. So, do we want to look at the box here? Can you see in there?
So we've got some material here. Looks like we've got what appears to be just a support getting started thing for the Xbox. So
Nice.
if you want some of this box candy, there you go. What else we got in there? Anything else?
I think this right here is where everything is held. Do you want to do the honors? I'm just opening
No,
up your
open
box.
it. Yeah,
here.
let's open it. Let's see what's going on here.
Oh, there you go. Cables and
Okay, we got
Controller.
just your basic HDMI. It's just this isn't the this is high speed HDMI.
it's the 2.1.
This is the high speed HDMI. That's pretty insane.
That's a
How much-
2.1 HDMI 2.1 cable, which is great.
How much do these cost on the market right now? Do you know?
You're gonna put me on the spot. I'm gonna pretend like I know what. I have no idea.
Okay,
no
all right.
clue.
Probably more expensive than HDMI 1.
Yeah, I would guess.
And then we've got a very slim power cable.
I love that the consoles from here on out should always have integrated power, or the power brick needs to be inside. No more of those giant blocks.
That is great. I mean, it's not ugly. It won't crowd the back of my TV.
Exactly.
Very much recommend this kind of size.
Love it.
And then
There it is.
Is this it?
That's the controller.
This is the controller.
You mean to move this? Here, I'll move this real quick so we get a good shot of that.
So we've got the original Xbox Series X controller here. This is what looks to be a matte black. It feels incredibly good. It's reminiscent to me of the Series X, the Elite controller bumpers, and you can kind of see inside the battery pack here. But very pronounced coloration on this controller. And we've got the new share button. Is that the share button?
Yes, I'm excited about that because so many times, trying to do I used to be able to say Xbox, whatever the command was with Connect, but you can't do that anymore. So you need to, push the home button or the Xbox guide button and do the whatever to record. Now you can just press a button to share, press a button to take a picture or hold it to do a video. This is amazing.
Do you like the feel of it?
This is. Wow, the what's the texture is so nice.
It's also got like a beveled, or a raised side to provide grip for the side of the controller.
I like it. The D-pad's very clicky.
And I think that controller might be a little lighter, to my knowledge. It doesn't have
batteries.
batteries.
It has a battery,
right? But I feel like
USB-C, which. Thank you. I wish everything was USB-C. Oh, one thing I noticed, the Xbox One controller has some kind of cut out here. It's all nice and the same face. It's all flat. Yeah, uniform. I like this a lot. This is a nice gamepad. Again, very, very similar to the Xbox One, but I feel like it just has an extra level of care and refinement in there. That's literally. That's the thing. When you already have an amazing controller, it's not like you can do that much more to it. Obviously, PS5 has supposedly an amazing controller with the dual sense, with the haptics and so on. But the way this feels, I love that.
And something I did notice, those raised bumps, those bevels are also on the triggers. So every shoulder button, every trigger button has those raised, kind of grippy kind of style raised bumps. Feels really great. And obviously you have just your standard 1/8" headphone jack, and of course the extension if you have a special kind of expander for the controller. But that's awesome. Love that stuff. Okay, and then here is the Xbox Series X.
I'm gonna take this out of the way.
So first off, substantially heavy. This Xbox is heavy.
Let's see.
Yeah, take a feel on that one, Brandon.
Oh my. Yep, that is heavier than I thought. The box was heavy, but I didn't know how much of it was the materials. That's a hoss.
And we're gonna take a look and open the sucker. So, power your dreams is their big tagline.
This is gonna be the bottom too. I can see the feet, the little nubs.
The little nubs.
I'm so excited about this. This is so awesome.
Power your dreams, everyone. Obviously wrapped in some kind of just light foam kind of wrapping paper here. I'm not going to be careful with this. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Hey, that's okay.
I'm going to try to.
Whoa! Yeah,
there it is, ladies and germs. This is the Xbox Series X.
Good grief!
Wow,
that is awesome.
So first off, right off the bat, I'm thinking super clean, man. This thing looks
that matte
super
black.
sexy. It's a fridge, but it looks really sexy.
Let's stand this thing up.
Yeah, let's stand it up here.
Oh, wow. It's here. Seeing so many pictures and videos of it.
That's it, man.
It doesn't do it justice. This is, I will say, it is bigger than I thought. Now, I know everyone's like, oh, it's a fridge, it's big, it's so on. Yeah, but I thought that maybe they were saying it and it's they're a little bit of an exaggeration. No, it's big console. That's big console there. But, wow. It looks nice and clean. It's sharp.
So how tall? I would say it's about maybe a foot tall, a little over a foot.
Let's measure in controllers. I would say probably 3 controllers high almost. Almost 3 controllers high.
I should have brought a ruler. But yeah, man, it looks really great. And as far as I know, you can play it upside down or on its side, right?
Correct, you can.
So
and ooh, they got a little Xbox logo here. I'm probably gonna have to lay it sideways. I like the way it looks straight up and down vertical. That is my preferred way of looking at it, but sadly it won't fit in my little console unit vertically, I don't think. I tried measuring in there. I think it's like just barely fits, but you want to have some of that space for airflow too at the top, since the top has that big old fan. So
I will say, just right off the bat, just based on just materials alone, this plastic, it's pretty standard plastic. I wouldn't say it's anything like super special as far as plastic casings go. It's pretty run of the mill, but it does look really sleek, really sharp.
Nice.
And we can look behind the Xbox.
Yes.
We've got a bunch of ports back here. You see the expansion card access. You see the Ethernet, the HDMI out. One thing that's not there that I would have wished was included, they didn't have the cable box in.
That HDMI in.
So I can't use, a PS4 or Switch and just play it in the Xbox console.
I have seen so many people reacting to that, saying like, oh, I didn't really care about that. I never used it for TV anyway. I'm sorry. A lot of people, I think, use that because I think you're right. You can plug all kinds of stuff into that other port, the Nintendo Switch. I remember a while back because, not to change topics, but the Nintendo Switch doesn't have a great online platform like Xbox Live. We used to play Nintendo Switch games like Mario Kart. The Switch was going through my Xbox.
And use the Xbox Party service.
We were using Xbox Party stuff. Yeah, and playing the Switch. So I do miss that too. And I feel like we might be in the minority on that. But I just thought that was such a great little feature that I'm sure didn't cost a ton for them to do. But you know what? It's okay.
Yeah,
they want to focus on games. It's fine.
We got it. It far outweighs all the benefits we've got on this Xbox.
Yes.
And of course, we've got, our disk drive. We've got an extra USB slot right here.
I will say one thing, because I think it looks amazing. It looks great. I am surprised that they don't have a USB-C port on the console itself.
That is true.
That is one thing that
true.
Every time I saw stuff, I thought, well, there's early dev kits, and maybe because they never have finalized the ports, maybe there was going to be a USB-C. They have it on the controller, which I'm so thankful for, but nothing on the console that has USB-C. It's all USB-A. And I just thought that's odd because the PS5 does have a USB-C port on the front there. I figure if you plug your controller in, it'd be nice to just have one, a USB-C to USB-C cable. But that's one of my that's another gripe I guess I have with the console itself. But again, I'm excited to see how it works. I'm excited to see it in action. This is a very pretty console.
So overall, Brando, what would you say? Are you impressed with Xbox?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely impressed. And again, I know people have talked about the green at the top. It looks like it's lit up green inside. I think that's a really cool, subtle feature there. Again, little touches like that just make it nice, and it just feels like you could totally showcase this in your TV unit console. That it looks sharp. It doesn't look like some that's out of place, basically.
Guys, thanks so much for watching this episode of The Gaming Casuals. We are so stoked about the Xbox Series X. And if you guys like this video, please subscribe. You're not going to miss the next episode, this incredible installment. We're going to plug this sucker in, and we're going to see what it looks like when it boots up. You don't want to miss the exciting action of seeing this Xbox on a screen for the first time. See our reactions. It'll be amazing.
I'm so excited.
All right, guys. You guys go enjoy your day. We'll see you next time on The Gaming Casuals.
See ya.